This is going to be the first video in our self-defense series. This is for self-defense Saturdays, assuming that we are able to put videos every Saturday. And what we're going to start with is we're going to start with the primary power technique that I teach at all of our self-defense seminars, and that's the elbow. The reason we teach the elbow first is because it's the easiest thing to throw that you can generate power with, and it is a sharp, hard weapon. I don't start by teaching hand strikes, and in self-defense seminars to untrained people, I never teach closed fist strikes because there's a science to the way you use your hands for punching. We would teach one empty hand technique, open hand technique, but we always start with the elbow. The thing about throwing an elbow, it doesn't matter how you throw it. If it lands, it's going to hurt. So even if I just throw a short chopping elbow, that's going to hurt. But pain does not stop an attacker. If you injure that person, say you throw that elbow and you cause a cut or a bruise, that's not going to stop an attacker. So even throwing an elbow, as simple as it is, it's not as simple as it sounds. There's technical aspects to it that you need to learn how to do so that you can create a debilitating effect on that attacker. But before we get started with the physical technique, let me talk to you about why a debilitating strike or blow is important. If you are actually under attack, that's an act of real violence. That means the attacker is motivated to cause you harm. You have to be equally as motivated to defend yourself and defend yourself with whatever means is necessary. That means you have to be willing to be fierce and vicious in the defense of yourself or potentially the defense of your loved ones. Self-defense is not for the faint of heart. You have to be committed to it. So if you're going to learn how to defend yourself, don't do it halfway. Half measures will not work. You have to be committed to the defense. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn Robert so he's looking at me so that I can show you how to do this. So, first thing you have to know to do, make sure you have a good base. So the way we start all of our self-defense classes and courses is by warm-ups, and our warm-ups include a step back so that you are in a strong, wide base so that you can push and create power. Now, from that base, you are going to have to learn how to lean into your opponent and turn to strike. Now, the most common mistake that I see in the strike itself is people don't hit with the elbow. They hit with the forearm. And this is not going to cause damage like this will. So you want to learn to hit with the last inch or so of that bone where it's sharp and hard. So, throwing the elbow, turn, lean, speed, twist, strike. Okay? As you do that, be forceful, be powerful, be fierce. But, and this is the final point on throwing an elbow, never believe that one strike is enough to stop an attacker. So many times I have seen people or heard about people, well, I did this or I did that. Well, you did one thing and you expected that to be sufficient? That's not how life works. When you decide that you are going to defend yourself from an act of violence, what I mean by being committed is you have to strike and keep striking and strike and keep striking with the intent to cause harm. If you do that, then you are more motivated to defend yourself than that person is to cause you harm, and you can be successful at it. And don't try to learn everything you think you need to know by watching a video. Find a qualified, knowledgeable instructor that you can go learn from hands-on.